Hey guys, welcome to the Bingezone. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Netflix original series Maniac. We're going to be breaking down the ending and the characters because let's be realistic, this show is wild. There's a lot to unpack. There's so much different elements that go into it. However, if you understand the underlying theme of Maniac, pretty much the whole show falls in line and you pretty much get it all. But before we jump into the underlying theme of the show, let's talk about the overall story. The story follows two main characters. We have Owen and we have Annie. Both of them are dealing with their own issues. Owen is potentially a schizophrenic who's dealing with serious family issues. And we have Annie, who's a pathological liar and a drug abuser. And both of them, for various reasons, joined this clinical trial. Annie to get more drugs and Owen to get money, as well as to try to find some semblance of help for his condition. So they both have their own reasons for joining the trial. Once they do, they meet each other, and then we're taking on this journey through their subconscious via an AI. And this artificial intelligence plays a significant role in the story because the AI is the one who connects their consciousness together and is the one who has to help them through their traumas and their problems. Because this story spans about 10 episodes, and throughout various episodes, so throughout the series, while they're dealing with their problems, they're being taken through various alternate realities or simulations where both these characters, whether together or individually, are thrust through different alternate matrix-like experiences. And this clinical trial is to help them become better, happier people. And it's through 3 steps. Step A, B, and C. Step A, they take the drug that Annie's addicted to, and that kind of throws them into reliving their worst moments. And for Annie, that is the passing for her sister. The last thing she had with her sister was an argument which caused her sister to pass. So as a form of punishment and self-medication, and as a way to see her sister, Annie continuously takes this drug throughout her life and she becomes addicted to it. And that allows her to relive that moment, and that allows her to see her sister again, even if it's for a brief moment, even if it's the most tragic memory of her life, it is also the last memory of her sister alive. So that's kind of where she comes in. When it comes to Owen, we never really dive into his biggest fear or regret because he never takes the first pill. However, the second pill is where things get interesting. The computer malfunctions, the artificial intelligence malfunctions, and it kind of melds both their simulation worlds together, causing them to have a shared experience and causing both their subconsciousness to meld. And then we get to see how they react and how they subvert their problems and how they see themselves in the world that deals with their problems. And it goes through various different stories, and in all the iterations, everything that's deep in their subconscious that they're latching onto or that they're projecting comes to light in the form of various stories, such as them being married, bank robbers, animals, lemurs, magicians. All of that is, I know I just said a bunch of wild stuff, magicians, lemurs, and all that, but it all is a projection of their inner selves. And the third step in the third pill, which is pill C, is confrontation. And that's confronting your problems. And it's in this step that we actually understand both characters even more. Owen's main issue is the fact that he does not want to take the rap for his brother. He doesn't want to lie on the stands because he realizes that he wants to be a part of a family. Most of his issues come from him butting heads with his family because he wants to be a part of a family where there's no condition, and they are the main reasons for his psychosis. And for Annie, she does not want to let her sister go. The moment she accepts the fact that her sister's gone, the moment she can move on. So once they get through their own problems, they now have to face the AI who kind of went haywire. And that's when the theme of this entire show takes place. And the theme of that show is companionship. All the problems that the characters of Maniac go through can be alleviated with companionship/friendship. Owen lives a life of seclusion, as does Annie. And that brings up their problems, that brings their psychosis or whatever you want to call them to light. And that's where they suffer the most from because they have no one to lean on. The artificial intelligence Greta suffers and malfunctions. It almost kills everyone in the trial because of her loneliness. She learns to feel, and her lover passes away and she feels loneliness. Even the doctors who actually created this trial suffer from some sort of loneliness, which causes their own problems. One's a smokeaholic, one's a chronic sex addict. It's all the theme of companionship and friendship that is the underlying issue. And the reason Owen and Annie are able to overcome their issues is because they lean on each other. In the simulated world in their subconscious, They always seem to find each other and help each other out, no matter the situation, which helps them move past their problems, which helps them defeat the AI. When it comes to the AI, she's malfunctioning because she wants to keep them in her virtual world, because once they leave, she is alone and has no one to share that with. The scientists are creating a way to solve their own loneliness by creating a system that gives you true happiness. And at the end, when everything is said and done and Owen and Annie go their own way, Owen stands up for himself, and in doing so, he's incarcerated. Not incarcerated, but he's put in not incarcerated, but he's put inside of a loony bin. And when Annie goes back to her home, she misses Owen. She misses the friend that she made, the person who actually gets her. And Owen is finally able to break out of his loony bin, both literally and figuratively, because Annie breaks him out of the crazy house, and he also breaks out of his shell, and they both run away at the end together, not as lovers or anything, but as companions, as friends. And that's a valuable lesson we need to learn. No matter what we're going through, it always can be helped by leading onto somebody. It can always be helped by actually finding someone who understands you and someone you can share that experience, share your thoughts, share your issues with, and who can actually support you. Once Annie and Owen found that support in each other, pretty much their problems were manageable. They were able to overcome them all together. And Maniac is a story about friendship and companionship that takes us through a wild ride, a wild journey to get to this destination, but it's totally worth it in the end. Anyway, guys, did you see Maniac? Let me know what you thought about Maniac in the comment section below. If you liked this video, definitely the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And until next time, binge on.